Have you ever thought about, man, I feel like I am going crazy. Like, are you an entrepreneur and that's what you thought because you have so many things going on up in your head? You're trying to figure it all out. This day you got that idea, next day you got that idea, and you just feel like I am losing my absolute beloved mind. Is that you? Am I talking to you? Is that how you feeling? Because that's how I felt. I felt like I am just all over the place. I have 9 million ideas. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to do what they say, pick one thing, study one thing. I just felt like I was going crazy, like I got entrepreneur ADHD or something. Now I'm asking myself, do I need some medicine? Do I need to be taking something to slow it all down? Oh, y'all, I know I'm just gonna keep it real. Listen, welcome to my channel. My name is Audrey Bell Kearney. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is where I keep it real. I've been out of commission for a while because, like I said, I was all over the place doing so many things. But this is just who I am, and I've been trying to figure it out. And I just realized, you know what, Audrey, just do all the damn things. Like if that's what you want to do, just do it. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, right? So here's what happened. I started this channel because I am nearing a big milestone, God willing, in February. I'll be turning the big 6-0. And I'm just looking at life from a different lens and a different perspective and thinking about my life and the things that I want and the legacies I want to leave and all of that shit. I'm just keeping it real. All of that has been wearing me down, right? And I was thinking to myself, okay, pick one thing, do one thing, go one place, pick one platform, all of this stuff, right? Now, I can tell y'all this. When I first started my what I call my first real company, I was focused. I had one thing, and that's all we focused on was that one thing. And we did really well. And we ran that company for 5.5 years without any outside other things taking over, right? But once I learned about entrepreneurship and once I learned how exciting it was for me, it became a drug, like for me, it became this thing that I wanted to create, and just keep creating. And now I'm in this thing where all I want to do is just create stuff, right? So I said, now either I'm gonna beat myself down because I have this passion to be a creative, right? Or I'm gonna live with that. I'm going to embrace the fact that I am multi passionate, multi talented, and I'm going to embrace that. And I know somebody's going to look at this video and say, you're never going to be successful because you can't focus. And you may be right, but I'll be happy, right? I'll be happy because I'm not suppressing all of who I am. And I'm not telling you to do that. I'm talking about me because I realize me trying to suppress all of who I am is stressing me out, and I bleeped it out myself. It's stressing me out, right? And I was like, I'm not gonna suppress me anymore. This is who I am. I want to create videos a day. I want to write books tomorrow. I want to make music on Tuesday. I want to launch a magazine on Wednesday. This is who I am, and trust me, I'm doing all of those all at once. Right? That's why I feel like sometimes I'm a mad scientist in this lab that I call an office, and I'm all like, but when I'm focused on that thing, once I focus on it and fix it and it's done and it's up for the world to see, then I'm like, okay, so now what do I do with that? What do I do with that thing? And I never even thought about having ADHD until one of my friends said, yeah, and she's young, she's like 29 or something. She said, yeah, my ADHD kicked in, I got to take my medicine. And I'm like, what? And then a friend of mine who's 2 years older than I am said, did I tell you I had ADHD? And I'm like, now I've been knowing him for 40 years. Like, what? I had never heard that before. So then I started to think, well, hell, maybe I got ADHD because these days I can't stay focused. Is it something that you have all your life, or can it come on later in life? Because I don't feel like I was that way earlier in my life. I went to work, I did all the things I was supposed to do, and then on the weekend I partied like it was 1999 every weekend. That's what I did. 4 days a week I partied. Thursday through to Sunday I partied. So I don't think it was all my life. It was only when I became an entrepreneur and after we started the doll company that I started to see all of the things that I could do, right? And God has blessed me in such a way that, and I've always been this way. I learn stuff really quick. I pick up things really quick, and then I can master them really quick, just like that. And they stick forever. I'm talking to people, and I'm just talking, having general conversations with people, and I'm talking right, and they'll say something, and it'll trigger something that I learned 10 years ago, and then I start saying, well, "Why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? And why don't you do this?" And they're taking notes ferociously. That's a gift. That's a gift that God has given me. But it's sometimes I feel like it's a curse because I'm watching TV, right? I instantly see a problem and my mind goes directly into solution mode. What you gonna do about that? And it says go create something to fix the problem. That's what it does to me. And I get up out the bed, I come sit to this computer, and then I go crazy and I fix stuff. If you could see my Lovable account, and that's for those of you who don't know what Lovable is, it's AI. AI made it worse for me. It made it worse for me because I was already writing books, right? I was already creating websites already. When AI came on this, and here's the funny thing, I was already creating smart apps for, I was already creating apps for smart speakers. I just know I didn't know I was doing AI because my podcast, other people's podcasts I created and put it on like Alexa and Amazon Show and Amazon Dot. I was already doing that before they named it for me. When AI came out, I lost my ever loving mind because now I can literally sit down with a thought and figure out a solution to a problem in a matter of an hour. You know what I mean? So now it made this whole not being able to focus thing even worse. I know some people are saying, oh, AI is going to take away your creativity. Not for people like me. People like me go down the rabbit hole every day. Now, people who are lazy, they're just gonna be lazy anyway. That because that's just the nature of who they are. But people who are creative and people who are outgoing and people who want to create things, it makes it worse for us because now we have all of these things that we could just create on demand, and it's a never ending cycle. But if you beat yourself up about that stuff, someone's calling me, I'll call back. If you beat yourself up about those things, then you go into this state of depression and stress because it's like, okay, the world say I should focus on one thing, and I'm having a hard time doing that. And so because I'm having a hard time doing that focusing, I'm just gonna focus on Love Island. I'm just, I'm just, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just gonna focus on Love Island for the next 12 episodes, and when I get finished focusing on Love Island, because I can't focus on the books, or I can't focus on the app, or I can't focus on Lovable, or I can't focus on SAS, I can't focus on YouTube channel. I'm just gonna focus on Love Island for like because when I focus on Love Island, I'm just living other people's life, and I'm just listen. This channel is about being better, a better version of yourself, being imperfect, which I am. That's what it's about. And I'm just gonna be honest. I was out of the game for a minute because I had 29 million things, and then I got clients. I didn't tell y'all that, right? I have clients that I actually serve every month. I do podcasts for them and newsletters for them and coaching for them. Mind you, they do well because my ADHD don't kick in over there. It helps them stay organized. It doesn't. It doesn't help me stay focused. I can help them do things all day long, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" Right? But when it comes to me doing that for myself, I'm a creative. And God said, you know what? Go in there and create an app for people who want to start a cottage business. And guess what I did? I created a whole operating system for a cottage food business. Like it's called cottage food operating system, the whole thing. And now I'm looking at like, that's amazing. What am I going to do with that? So my Lovable account has all these amazing tools that I've created sitting in it, right? I got a book operating system. They're just sitting there because I've created them. I don't want to run them as businesses because they're technical and I don't want bugs happen. I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to do that. So what I did, and this is an experiment. I decided to turn myself into a case study of a person who just cannot focus on one thing. So I turned myself into a case study. I'm going to follow me on this channel so you can follow the case study of who I am, or who I become in this process. So I said, okay, what do I like doing? I love creating books, right? Any kind of book doesn't matter because I'm creating. So that's the thing. But when I create books, I just need to create really good books, right? I don't need to create an app because the app is going to stress me out because there's going to be a bug. And then the bug is going to happen when somebody pays their money. And then they're going to get mad because there's a bug. And I'm somewhere else doing something else. And now I got to fix the bug. Now I'm stressed. I don't want to do that. I don't want to fix bugs. I don't want to fix broken links. I don't want to fix any of that. So I'm not doing that. I'm going to write books and publish books. That's one thing. I love music. Love, 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 love music. Back in the day, my boyfriend, My daughter's dad was into music. He was a rapper. And I just knew we were going to be in the music business together, make big things happen. But I was a person like, let's go get it. And he was the creative, like, I just want to write the music and sing the song, but the world don't need to hear it. I'm like, well, what are we doing this for? So that didn't work out. I can't sing, not like that. I could sing to myself. So I said, you know what? They brought Suno AI out. And oh my God, I have 800 songs right now sitting in my Suno account. Why? Because I love music and I'll go in there and make a song and it sounds amazing. I'll say, okay, well, I like writing books. I've been writing books since 1998. He and I started making music in 1992, right? How about I write books and I make music and I make that my thing, right? Because that's going to allow me to be mad creative all the time, all the time. And that's my experiment. That's the experiment I'm going to do on myself. So I don't think I need medication, right? I think I just need to give myself permission to be creative. I don't know if I have ADHD or not. I don't know. I could, right? I could. But here's the thing, what I do know, I'm not taking medication. I'm just going to do this experiment on myself and write books, all kinds of books, whatever book I want to write, and I'm going to make music, all kinds of music, whatever, because I have these tools that allow me to feed this need to create all the time. Now, am I going to write trash? I'm going to try not to write trash because the tools are there and I'm going to make sure that I do my best to make it something good and entertaining or empowering or uplifting, or motivating for people. But I'm not going to stress about that either because I don't know what's going to motivate and uplift somebody. It's 8 billion people on this planet. I don't know the person that find them like, that is wonderful. That is, oh my God, thank you so much. And then I got another person like, that's trash. I'm not going to be stressed about that. It is what it is. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about being happy, entertaining people in a fun and happy way, uplifting them, making them feel good. That's where I am. Right. So I just wanted to drop in because I've been missing in action for a minute. And hell, I just had to figure out what I wanted to do. And I had to figure out, do I give myself permission to be this crazy entrepreneur person? Absolutely yes. And I know somebody said, well, you don't call yourself crazy. You're speaking it over your life. I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I'm just talking. I know I'm not crazy. I'm not trying to speak things over my life that are not true. I know all of these things, but I just wanted to drop in and just share that with you guys. So listen, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe is free. Share with 2 people. Put on your notifications because I'll be back. I'll be back sometime this week talking about what I've done, what I didn't do. Oh, and my weight loss journey. That's another big thing. We'll talk about that in another video. But anyway, have a great day. And until next time, my friends, I'll talk to you.